Welcome to the Live Free, Love Life podcast, where we discuss how to create more freedom so we can love our lives no matter what we're going through.
Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome to today's episode of the Live Free, Love Life podcast. I'm Mindy Neal, and today we're going to explore the life-changing lessons from the Book of Joy. Now, as we continue on our journey of freedom and joy, my goal is to bring you insights from a variety of experts in many different fields to make it easier for your brain to accept and embody the truths that I teach, that you are free to choose, that your life is not happening to you, you are creating it, and that joy is always available. The Book of Joy by His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Archbishop Desmond Tutu, and their interviewer, Douglas Abrams, teaches these concepts beautifully. Here were two spiritual giants who have faced exile, oppression, and tremendous hardship. Yet they spent a week together, basically giggling and teaching us how to experience joy no matter what life throws our way. And as I told you previously, joy isn't about having perfect circumstances, but rather it's how you choose to experience your life. That's exactly what this remarkable book explores. And its message couldn't be more relevant for those of us who are trying to navigate our personal challenges with grace and joy. This book is a practical guide to cultivating joy through 8 fundamental pillars. So let's explore each one and discover how to implement them in our daily lives. Pillar number 1, perspective, the foundation of freedom. Perspective is about seeing situations from multiple angles and choosing the most empowering view. It's literally changing the way we see the world. It's asking ourselves different kinds of questions, like switching from why me to what now. This is exactly what we do in coaching. We examine and challenge our thoughts and choose new ones that serve us better. When you feel like you're stuck in a difficult situation, whether it's family drama, personal challenges, or something else, it's your perspective that determines your experience. The facts of your life are neutral. It's your thoughts about those facts that create your reality. So, are you ready to work on your perspective? Try these. Number 1, listen to coaching calls or get coached yourself. Notice how different perspectives create different results. Number 2, practice what else could be true when feeling negative emotions about something in your life. And number 3, ask yourself, how is this happening for me instead of why is this happening to me? Pillar number 2, humility, the balance of worth. I love the way they talk about humility in this book. It's not about thinking less of yourself. It's about thinking of yourself less. True humility recognizes that we're all equal. You're not better than anyone else, but you're also not worse. Many women put others before themselves at the expense of their own well-being, thinking this is humility. But true humility includes self-love. It understands that taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. Thinking you're better than others and thinking you're worse than others both deplete joy. All humans make mistakes. None of us are perfect. None of us are exempt from fear, anger, or grief. We all judge, we all struggle, we are the same. To cultivate healthy humility, try these. Number 1, practice equal self-comparison. Notice when you're putting yourself above or below others. Number 2, include yourself in your circle of compassion. And number 3, take care of yourself with the same dedication you show to others. Pillar number 3, humor, the liberation of laughter. Since we create our emotions with our thoughts, why not choose amusement? Family drama transforms when you view it through a lens of humor. The Dalai Lama and Archbishop demonstrate this beautifully. They spend so much of their time together laughing and teasing each other. Humor helps us take life less seriously without making it less meaningful. It's a powerful tool for breaking tension and shifting perspective. To bring more humor into your life, try these. Number 1, look for the absurd in difficult situations. Number 2, practice laughing at yourself with love. And number 3, choose amused as your go-to emotion when facing minor annoyances. Okay, pillar number 4, acceptance, the gateway to peace. Acceptance is so crucial for freedom and joy that it's one of the 3 pillars we focus on in Live Free, Love Life. When you stop arguing with reality, you create space for joy. This doesn't mean you approve of everything. It means you acknowledge what is. Remember, acceptance isn't resignation. You can accept reality while still working to change things. The difference is that you're doing it from a place of peace rather than resistance. To practice acceptance, try these. Number 1, notice when you're arguing with reality. Number 2, ask yourself, what if this is exactly as it should be? And number 3, practice accepting small annoyances before tackling bigger challenges. Pillar number 5, forgiveness, the path to freedom. Forgiveness is not about condoning harmful behavior. It's about freeing yourself from the prison of resentment, anger, and bitterness. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. If you have felt resistance to forgiveness in the past, I highly recommend reading this book and listening to their perspective. It's about reclaiming your power rather than giving it away. To cultivate more forgiveness, try these. Number 1, start with small grievances. Number 2, practice self-forgiveness daily. And number 3, notice how unforgiveness affects you more than the other person. Pillar number 6, gratitude, the amplifier of joy. Gratitude is like a flashlight in a dark room. It doesn't eliminate the darkness, but it helps you see what's there. It's not about ignoring difficulties. It's about expanding your awareness to include the good alongside the challenges. The book emphasizes that gratitude isn't just feeling thankful. It's actively practicing appreciation, even in and especially in difficult circumstances. To strengthen your gratitude, try these. Number 1, notice 3 specific things you're grateful for each day. 2, practice finding gratitude in challenging situations. And 3, express gratitude to others regularly. Pillar number 7, compassion, the heart of joy. Compassion is emphasized repeatedly throughout the book, suggesting it might be the foundation of all the other pillars. It's about recognizing our shared humanity and responding with kindness to others and ourselves. It's about thinking of others and their welfare. The book makes a compelling case that true joy is impossible without compassion, and that when we're caught up in self-focus, we actually increase our suffering. So to develop more compassion, try these. Number 1, practice seeing others' perspectives, especially when you disagree. Number 2, offer yourself the same kindness that you'd offer a friend. And number 3, look for ways to ease others' suffering, even in small ways. Pillar number 8, generosity, the multiplication of joy. Archbishop Tutu offers a beautiful metaphor for generosity and the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea has water coming into it, but no water going out of it. It's dead because it only receives without giving. Joy multiplies when shared. The book suggests that generosity isn't just about material giving. It's about giving presence, attention, and love. It's the action that follows compassion. To cultivate more generosity, try these. Number 1, give something small each day. A smile counts. Number 2, practice giving your full attention in conversation. Number 3, share your joy with others. Now, there are a few topics I wanted to share with you from the book that aren't part of the 8 pillars. The first is the concept of mental immunity. Let me read a quote from the book. Think about it this way. If your health is strong, when viruses come, they will not make you sick. If your overall health is weak, even small viruses will be very dangerous for you. Similarly, if your mental health is sound, then the disturbances come and you will have some distress, but recover quickly. If your mental health is not good, then small disturbances, small problems will cause you much pain and suffering. You will have much fear and worry, much sadness and despair, much anger and aggravation. As we practice and cultivate these 8 pillars of joy, we build mental and emotional immunity such that when challenges arise, we can easily handle them without getting sick. Okay, the next one is hope versus optimism. The authors make a point about distinguishing between these two, and I thought it was important enough to mention. Optimism sometimes denies difficulties. That's when we might get accused of being a Pollyanna or, that toxic positive thinking. While hope acknowledges difficulties while maintaining faith in possibility. As Archbishop Tutu beautifully states, discovering more joy does not, I'm sorry to say, save us from the inevitability of hardship and heartbreak. In fact, we may cry more easily, but we will laugh more easily too. Perhaps we are just more alive. Yet, as we discover more joy, we can face suffering in a way that ennobles rather than embitters. We have hardship without becoming hard. We have heartbreak without being broken. And then the last concept is joy versus happiness. While happiness often depends on external circumstances, joy runs deeper. It's like the difference between waves on the ocean surface and the steady depths below. The Dalai Lama and Archbishop Tutu teach us that happiness is often about getting what we want, while joy is about finding peace with what is. Happiness can be fleeting, while joy can persist even in difficulty. Happiness is often self-focused, while joy tends to arise when we focus on others. So here are some of my very favorite quotes from the book. Quote number 1, the more time you spend thinking about yourself, the more suffering you will experience. Quote number 2, a compassionate concern for others' well-being is the source of happiness. A self-centered attitude is the source of the problem. We have to take care of ourselves without selfishly taking care of ourselves. If we don't take care of ourselves, we cannot survive. We need to do that. We should have wise selfishness rather than foolish selfishness. So good, right? Quote number 3, we are fragile creatures, and it is from this weakness, not despite it, that we discover the possibility of true joy. Quote number 4, sadly, many of the things that undermine our joy and happiness, we create ourselves. Often it comes from the negative tendencies of the mind, emotional reactivity, or from our inability to appreciate and utilize the resources within us. We create most of our suffering, so it should be logical that we also have the ability to create more joy. Quote number 5, much depends on your attitude. If you are filled with negative judgment and anger, then you will feel separate from other people. You will feel lonely. But if you have an open heart and are filled with trust and friendship, even if you are physically alone, even living a hermit's life, you will never feel lonely. Quote number 6, joy is much bigger than happiness. While happiness is often seen as being dependent on external circumstances, joy is not. Quote number 7, if we think we are something special or not special enough, then fear, nervousness, stress, and anxiety arise. Quote number 8, what the Dalai Lama and I are offering is a way of handling your worries, thinking about others. You can think about others who are in a similar situation, or perhaps even in a worse situation, but who have survived, even thrived. Quote number 9, you are made for perfection, but you are not perfect. You are a masterpiece in the making. Quote number 10, the choice that confronts us is not, as many imagine, between happiness and pain, but between the pain of emptiness and the pain of growth. Quote 11, there are going to be frustrations in life. The question is not how do I escape it? It is how can I use this as something positive? And quote number 12, no dark fate determines the future. We do. Each day and each moment, we are able to create and recreate our lives and the very quality of human life on our planet. Okay, here are some questions to consider. How might your life be different if you stopped waiting for perfect circumstances to be happy? Which of the 8 pillars of joy feels most challenging for you and why? What would it look like to bring more playfulness into your daily life? How can you practice acceptance while still working toward positive change? What would change if you truly believed joy comes from within? How can you practice these pillars in your daily life? The Dalai Lama and Archbishop Tutu show us that joy is possible even in life's darkest moments. It's not about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is fine. It's about finding freedom in how we choose to respond to life's circumstances. Joy isn't a destination we reach when everything is perfect. It's available right now in this messy, beautiful, imperfect moment. By practicing these 8 colors, we can access that joy more consistently and create lives of deeper meaning and satisfaction. Live free, love life.
Thank you for watching this episode of Live Free, Love Life. Please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like, comment, and share. See you next time.